Hi guys, ArchieLuxury. Go to f2bbs.com. www.f2bbs.com. The last bastion of free speech on the interweb. That's right, guys. I want you to go to www.f2bbs.com. That's right. I want you to go there. You can, this is a great site to fight against all sorts of nastiness by posting on f2bbs.com, the last bastion of free speech on the interweb. Go there, guys. Hey guys, it's your pontiff, ArchieLuxury, and today, guys, the announcement has finally come through after much rumor, after much speculation, after much innuendo. It's finally come out. The Patek 5711 is to be discontinued. And this has come out in the likes of GQ magazine, GQ, and of course Hodinkee. So I got to be honest with you, if Hodinkee's printing it, it's probably true. Pardon me, it's probably true. So what do I think then? Why do I think the 5711 is off the menu? And I got to be honest with you there, they're probably going to bring out a replacement model soon. They are probably going to bring out a version which has a hacking movement, maybe an improved clasp or bracelet, but basically a replacement. What can I say there indeed? I gotta be honest with you, I do a lot of support phone calls, give people advice on their collections, and I get really tired of people who think Patek Philippe when they tell me, hey Arch, I got a Hulk, I got a Pepsi, I got a Panda, and I really want a Patek. Now, 9 times out of 10, when they say they really want a Patek, what they're really saying is, Arch, I really want a Nautilus or an Aquanaut. They're not talking about all the other stuff. They're not talking about the world time, the annual calendar. Well, they could talk about the annual calendar if it's a 5726, but they seem to be obsessed with steel sports. And I got to be honest with you. I've got to be totally honest with you. I like the 5711. I think it's a beautiful watch. I would love to have one. However, it's not worth the hype. It's not worth the hype. I remember many years ago when I was working at KBR, I worked with a guy who actually had a 5711. And I said, oh, we'll bring it in and I'll bring in my 5107. Now, at the time, this would have been 2011. The 5711 and the 5107 were similar priced. And I said, I think I prefer the 5107. And that's just how crazy it is now. The market is absolutely now. The 5711 is the hottest thing there is. And you talk to these newbie, these very, very showy collectors. They all want the hot models. They want the hot models and, they want all the cool Rolex, the Pepsi, the Panda. They want all the hot stuff. They want it all. But they don't understand Patek. I said this to a guy. I said, getting a 5711 or an Aquanaut, it's like you go to Rolls-Royce and you want an SUV. That's why Rolls-Royce had to bring in the Cullinan, that big, obnoxious SUV. Because the reality is Rolls-Royce is a coach-built limousine maker. That's what they are. They make things like the Phantom, the Ghost, the Wraith. All of a sudden, you've got these football footballers, first league footballers who want a Rolls-Royce SUV. It's the same reason Ferrari is bringing out an SUV. And it's sad. It's completely against the grain. Ferrari makes Grand Tours. That's what they make, Grand Tours. Lamborghini supercars, Ferrari Grand Tours. It's all changed. Now, you've got to get an SUV. Makers like BMW, Mercedes-Benz, they've been churning out SUVs. And the reality is, guys, these BMW and Mercedes SUVs are made in America, in the South. Yeah. They're not really, in my opinion, they're not really the greatest quality vehicles out there, okay? But people want it. They want the badge. They want an SUV. This is what they want. You got to give the market wants. We got to give the market what it wants. And I got to be honest with you, the 5711. Look, the thing is, there's a lot better Pateks out there for a fraction of the price. And it's funny, you talk to these kind of show-offy, they're very, very, in your face, very, very, they want all the cool models. They got the cool Rolex, and then they say, oh, I'd like to get a Patek, I love Patek. But when they say they like Patek, it's only Aquanaut and Nautilus. They don't actually love the history. They don't even understand the history. I had this moron I had a phone call with yesterday. And he starts saying to me, he says to me, oh, but this watch is not hacking. I said, do you even know what hacking is? And I said to him, hacking? I said, Patek, most of Patek's model line is not hacking. I said, so Patek is the number one position. So when you start mouthing hacking, do you really know what you're talking about? And that's the problem. There are a lot of morons out there. They have the money, and that's what's driving this market. I got to be totally honest with you. If I never get a Nautilus or an Aquanaut, that's okay. I'm completely happy with dress Pateks. See, to me, a Patek has always been precious metal head on a beautiful leather strap with a gold deployant or a gold tang buckle. That's it. That is sophisticated wristwatches. And I'm not even a huge fan of bracelet Pateks, precious metal bracelet. It's not really. I kind of love the leather. I love a quality leather strap, hand stitched, beautifully done, elegant. That to me is the greatest. And I gotta say, the 5711, yep, they're ending its run, but they'll bring something out. Of course they will. Patek needs to. They're a business. They're probably not as mercenary as Richemont or some of these other conglomerates, because they're family owned and they're very, very focused on the future, more so than instant gratification this year or next year. But they'll definitely bring something else out. They'll make a few tweaks, which is probably good. It's probably good. So the thing that makes me sad is that so many people just Aquanaut and Nautilus in Patek is so much more than Aquanaut and Nautilus. In fact, I kind of would say if they weren't popular, these trendy, these people who love it so much, they probably wouldn't love it. They're so fickle. They're so shallow. They're so kind of disappointing. They're just so fake. And that kind of disappoints me. So, yeah, that's my feelings on the subject. That's my feelings. Patek itself, they dropped the 5711. What do I think of that? Well, that's okay. That's okay. No problems. They can drop it. They'll bring out an improved version. That's what they will do there. The thing is, I've got to tell you, there is more to Patek's lineup than the Nautilus. And I got to tell you, one thing that really annoys me is that so many people, the Nautilus itself, that's been out, it came out in the 70s. And it was a difficult watch to sell then. And in those times, the Ellipse was so popular. That's what people liked. So I think Patek definitely has had you got to respect the Nautilus. It's been out there for so long, and the Aquanaut. The Aquanaut's been out there since the early 2000s. But it's a bit, I think Lange is kind of fake. They just brought out the Odysseus when everybody wants sports, and they got to just bring it out. It's pretty fickle market there. It's very, very fickle market. But what do I think? 5711. Well, look, I think it was a good watch. It's a nice watch. It's not worth the hype. It's not worth the hype. There's a lot better than the 5711. So I gotta be honest with you, something exciting will come out, but it seems to be attracting the wrong element, which is sad, because this wrong element is not good for the brand. They're very fickle. They're not loyal Patek people. They're just kind of fickle, very, very fickle, and what's in at the time. And yeah, it's. I think that's sad. That is sad in my opinion. But there you go, guys. That's what's happening. So guys, tell me what you think. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Don't be afraid to put some comments. The 5711. It's the steel version, because the rose gold one is staying, so it's only the steel version that's being discontinued. But I think watch this space. There'll be another exciting replacement. Okay, guys. See you in the next one. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the Pontiff goes. Some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.